On Britain's streets, a battle is raging.
Don't touch me, son.
Well, I already just did, didn't I?
What are you going to do about it?
Over 11 million of us rent.
I wouldn't put anybody in this situation.
Oh, seriously, they're not living in this, are they?
So why should I live like this?
But thousands fall victim to rogue landlords.
There's just water cascading through here.
This is a death trap.
On the other side, there are 2 million private landlords and counting.
I want my house back. I don't give a toss.
I wanted to drag her out of the flat. This is mine.
I'll never rent again. Too much hassle.
But many face financial ruin at the hands of tenants from hell.
He hasn't had his rent for ages. He's owed
So
20...
what? When are you going to pay me the money?
There's a scam going on here, Donnie.
I know.
In this series,
Go, come on, let's go.
we follow the heroes who take slum landlords down.
Paying rent to live in a decent property.
There's so many things wrong, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, somebody touches that, they get electrocuted.
Not acceptable.
And the experts whose job it is to evict nightmare tenants.
Do not push me. Do not push me.
Many landlords use a letting agent to manage their property. Most do a good job. But in the past few years, the number of complaints made against disreputable agencies has more than tripled. Paul Champlina from Landlord Action is gearing himself up for a fight with a letting agency.
We're on our way to Ilford in East London to meet Donnie, our landlord, who has had a massive problem with some letting agents called Carterstones.
It's a complicated and worrying case. In September 2015, Paul's client, IT consultant Donnie Soyono, contracted Carterstones to let out and manage his 2-bedroom rental property.
They put tenants in the property. The problem is they haven't given him a copy of the tenancy agreement. He doesn't know the name of the tenant. Doesn't even know if a deposit's been taken.
It isn't just the lack of paperwork that's a big concern. The rent is consistently late. Though whether it's the fault of the tenants or agency, Donnie has no idea. What he does know is that he's owed almost £3,000 and wants control of his house back.
He's really, really frustrated because they keep ignoring him. That's why he's instructed us to get some answers and, more importantly, try and get his property back.
Calling and emailing Carterstones doesn't seem to achieve anything. So Paul's decided that he and Donnie should go to their offices in person.
Donnie.
Oh.
How are you?
Yeah.
You said you instructed these agents in full management, and they've never told you who the name of the tenant that pays them the rent is?
No.
Paul has also written to the letting agent, demanding the missing paperwork, but to date he has had no response.
Got a copy of the letter here, demanding we want a copy of the tenancy agreement, we want proof of the deposits in the deposit scheme, we want to get rent schedule payments, we want to have proof who's been paying the rent to them. OK, let's do this. Let's go and see these agents.
You see that car? That's...
Just here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The office is right in front of that car.
Right, OK, just stay there.
I'm a bit anxious to get this over and done with, to be honest. Yeah, so Paul's just done a small reconnaissance, just check who's in.
Right, let's go. Right, come straight behind me and just hold back just here, this side. Hold back just here. No, you come. You just stay here, and then we'll let us open the door. Is this door? Hi. Hi there. You okay? I'm with Donnie. He's the landlord. We sent a letter to you. This is the letter. He's asked numerous times for a copy of the tenancy agreement and a breakdown of the rent arrears.
Paul asks to speak to the director of the agency, Moshin Tahir. But according to his employee, he's not in the office.
Can you get Mr. Tahir on the phone? It's really important because he wants his property back. Yeah, we'll wait here for you. Nice motorbike. Hopefully they've got the files here.
While they wait, another staff member turns up.
Yes.
Are you director?
No.
Oh, right. Do you work here?
Yeah.
Oh, great. OK. So I'm Paul Champagne from Landlord Action. This is Donnie. So I gave your colleague... Can you unlock that, please?
Yeah.
Unlock that. Yeah? That's fine. That's fine. He won't be in here. Okay. Right. So this is what happened. He's instructed you as managing agents to let and manage. I made numerous requests with regard to who's my tenant, and more importantly, where's the deposit? Was the deposit put in the deposit scheme? He's had no answers over a course of months. He's worried. He wants his property back. So he wants to know who's the tenants, who's paying you the rent. So when do you reckon I can have that information?
The people at Carterstones claim they'll look into the matter, so Paul and Donnie have little choice but to leave, hoping they'll be true to their word.
Thank you very much. Wait to hear from you. Care. Bye.
As a landlord, it's Donnie's right to have all the information he's asked for. Yet 11 months after first asking Carterstones to rent out his property, Donnie still has no idea who's living in his house and is owed almost £3,000 in back rent. It makes Paul think something fishy may be going on.
My gut reaction is I think you're going to get a lack of information because I think that they've been doing things wrong and there may be stuff that they're not wanting to tell you. So I'm worried about that. I think they're hiding things. That's my gut reaction.
As Paul heads off, Donnie realises just how much trouble he's in.
I feel powerless. I feel I have no control whatsoever.
But without the paperwork, there's nothing Donnie can do. Rents across Britain are rising, and unscrupulous landlords are cashing in.
How many in this room?
9 people.
Cramming people into unsafe properties
Names.
and so-called beds in sheds,
Seriously, they're not living in this, are they?
unearthing these dangerous homes
They are sleeping in the kitchen. You can't live like that.
and tackling slum landlords
Who's complained?
is the task of enforcement officers,
I've seen about 15 leave so far.
like the team from Harrow Council.
Some have leaped over the fence out the back. I know it's not far from this garage.
Andrew Sedman and Nusrat Jahan from Harrow's housing enforcement team are investigating a tip-off. They've been told that people may be living in a run-down outbuilding somewhere behind these shops.
Oh, there is a space at the back.
Something there, look, inside, that alleyway there.
At the end of the alleyway, Andrew discovers a row of brick outbuildings, which could be the place they're looking for.
A light one in there.
To satisfy his curiosity, he peers through one of the windows.
This doesn't look good. Looks like there's signs of life in there. There's a fridge in there, cooker.
Yeah, it's a kitchen.
The outbuilding is behind a laundrette, so a fully functioning kitchen does seem a bit unusual.
You've got a wastewater pipe there.
Andrew also checks the type of pipework coming out of the back of the building.
Foul waste pipe coming out of here. Why have I got that? An extractor fan there. That's probably a toilet. Got curtains up there as well.
Yeah.
There must be someone living here.
Andrew tries the door, and as it's unlocked, is allowed to enter.
I'll have a quick look. I'm not trespassing, I'm just doing my job, so I'm not technically breaking the law. No, I don't like this one bit.
Inside, they find a kitchen with 4 locked doors off it.
Seems like, Andrew, this is one flat,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what I'm
another
thinking.
flat,
Yeah.
and these are the small flat.
You've got more rooms down here.
No one appears to be in,
That door's locked.
but there are signs of life.
Okay, you've got a shower here, and it's turned on. Serious damp issues in here.
The fact there's a shower confirms Andrew's suspicion that people could be living here.
Oh, there's terrible mould up here, look.
The conditions are not only dirty, but also dangerous.
People shouldn't use this bathroom.
You've got exposed wires going into the shower.
And it's
the
just
lights exposed.
Yeah.
This is really bad.
In the kitchen, the electrics are just as concerning.
Oh, boy, look at that.
That's amazing.
Nasty.
That's amazing.
I wouldn't call that work of a competent electrician.
This is not safe to live
It's
in.
not safe at all, you're right. Really not good.
Just then, Andrew and Nusrat hear whispering coming from behind one of the doors.
I can hear voices. Hello, it's Harrow Council. There's people upstairs, you can hear them walking about.
Yeah. People are talking upstairs. Yeah, people are coming.
Hello, sorry to bother you. Hi, I'm Andrew Sedman from Residential Licensing at Harrow Council. Do you own this property or do you rent it?
The woman doesn't speak English, but Nusrat soon discovers she's called Mrs. Patel and she lives in the attic.
Rent. Okay, see, she's renting it out. Thank you.
The only route up is by a steep wooden staircase.
Oh gosh, you can't live like this. These steps are no good for...
Okay.
Ooh, hello sir, how are you? Sorry to bother you. This is my ID. I'm Andrew.
At the top, they find another tenant, Mrs. Patel's husband. The couple say they've been living here for about 5 months and have been paying their rent in cash directly to their landlord.
Yeah. 400 monthly or
So £400 a month you're paying?
Yeah. Landlord का नाम क्या है? Ravi. Mr. Ravi.
Uh-huh.
The team's main concern today is the couple's living conditions.
It's all wood up here.
Yeah.
It's not fireproof.
No. Obviously, they're sleeping, eating here, cooking here also. It's a fire hazard, full fire hazard. There's no proper stair.
This is your only way out.
This is the only way out. There's no fire exit.
If there was a fire, the couple's only escape route is down the steep wooden staircase.
Be careful going down these stairs. Whoa, mind that one there. Whoa.
This is a death trap.
A good word for it. If you're stuck up there with a pair of wooden stairs burning down, you've got no chance.
It's very serious.
The attic flat is so treacherous, the housing officers need to act fast before there's an accident. They need to track down Mr. Ravi.
And see if we can find this landlord. Yeah.
For landlords, evicting a tenant who doesn't pay is a painful process. But if the tenant can't be found, getting them out of your life and off the tenancy is a legal minefield. One that has left a Doncaster landlord almost penniless.
Go. Right. Have a good day. Work hard. See you later. 4:30.
Single mum Tracy 6 is in serious financial trouble.
See you later.
Bye.
Her tenant has left before the end of his contract, owing her over £10,500 in rent. But Tracy is not allowed to re-let the 2-bedroom house because, according to the tenancy agreement, he's still the legal occupant. Now she's falling into debt and in danger of having the empty property repossessed.
I've had to pay the mortgage without any funds. There were times when I couldn't pay the mortgage and I got into arrears. So it's been extremely difficult, very worrying.
Tracy has asked Paul Champlina for help. Today, he's serving a notice of abandonment, which will, if unopposed, allow her to rent the property out again or sell it.
Let me just serve it first. Okay, so I'm going to sellotape this to the front door. Okay, And this is the notice of abandonment, okay?
Okay.
Unless the tenant returns in the next 5 days and fights the notice, the property will be back in Tracy's control.
Okay. Oh my God, look at all this post.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Months and months of post.
Wow, wow, wow.
As well as serving notice, Tracy and Paul must also provide evidence to the court that the tenant has definitely left.
These are almost probably all bills. Look at all these.
Utility companies.
Utility companies. Well, yeah, this guy's abandoned this place. I've never, you know, the amount of mail here is not normal. Let's have a look at the rest of the place. The first thing I do is I look in the fridge. All right? There's no food in the fridge. Okay, that's the first indicator. Cold as well, isn't it? Heat hasn't been on for ages. So when was the last time you had any contact with the tenant?
April last year, and
April
he paid
last year.
1 month's rent,
God.
and then I've never seen or heard from him since.
Well,
You can hear they're still there.
Nice his suits. This place has been abandoned.
Yes.
And I'm happy to go to court and give evidence to that.
With a notice served and evidence that the tenant has left, Tracy's hoping her property will soon be back in her hands. But it could be too late.
The property's about to be repossessed. I've got until the 24th of this month, and then the mortgage company are going to repossess the property.
God, so we need to make sure that we hold that off.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul.
Take care, take care.
Tracy must now wait 5 days for the notice of abandonment to run its course.
The nervous 5 days for Tracy to see whether the tenant makes contact or not, but she'll count the days down and we can hopefully change the locks.
If her tenant does return within that time, Tracy will have to start the eviction process all over again. That could take months and thousands of pounds to resolve, and would probably lead to her property being repossessed.
Hi there, I believe we are doing...
In Essex, Paul's on his client Donnie Soyono's case. It's been 3 weeks since their visit to the letting agency Carterstones, and they still haven't received a copy of the tenancy agreement.
I think they're messing me about.
As Donnie's owed thousands of pounds in rent, Paul's become suspicious and has been doing some digging. What he's discovered is worrying.
Carterstones have been expelled from the property redress scheme, which is one of the schemes that a letting agent has to belong to.
By law, all letting agents must belong to an authorised consumer redress scheme. The scheme is designed to protect people like Donnie. Paul's investigation doesn't stop there.
We have knowledge of about another 4 to 5 landlords and tenants that have made complaints about this agency.
While Paul's busy checking out Carterstones, Donnie's doing some investigating of his own, and he can't believe what he uncovers. Someone is subletting rooms in his house and advertising them on a Romanian website.
Obviously, I don't understand Romanian, but I can take a pretty good guess that it says a room for 2 people, rent is £70 per week, and please contact this phone number.
The contact on the advert is called Alex. Donnie has no idea who Alex is, but suspects he's one of his mystery tenants.
They're doing their own business. This is how they find their subtenants for their subletting scam.
To make matters worse, the photos show they've carved up the rooms in Donnie's house to cram more people in. His living room is now 2 bedrooms.
This is the front part of the living room. So I recognise the carpet. That's the edge of the fireplace. How do I get them out of there?
Without the tenancy agreement and the names of the people living in his house, evicting them is going to be incredibly difficult. It's a terrible situation, and it's about to get even worse. In Harrow, it's been 10 days since housing officers Andrew Sedman and Nusrat Jahan discovered the couple living in the attic. Knowing the place is a death trap, the team has tracked down their landlord, Mr. Ravi. Now they're on their way to meet him at the property to try and get to the bottom of exactly what's going on.
Have you met him before?
I've never met this guy. I've dealt with him on the phone, but not in person. This will be a decider today.
When they arrive, Mr. Ravi claims no one's living here and that he just rents the property out for storage. So Andrew and Nusrat insist on an inspection.
So this doesn't have any address, so it's not registered flat.
It's not a flat at all, you know,
Yeah.
this is a shop.
Storage. Okay. Just came up when I was here the other day, popped my head in and then found people living up there.
Okay.
And then I was told there's someone in here and someone in here.
No living business.
Sorry, Mr. Ravi, I have to disagree with you. People are living there.
No, I'm telling you, this is for the business property, for business. You got it? What? This is not a place to renting.
No.
Absolutely rubbish.
Right.
Andrew and Nusrat then ask to see the attic where they found Mr. and Mrs. Patel living.
Oh, it's open. Oh dear. It's empty.
As you can see, people who are living here now, everything is gone.
All of a sudden it's empty.
Andrew has an idea about what may have happened.
They've had a bit of time to get people out of here, and that's exactly what's happened.
And
It's empty property now. But those people are now made homeless. Right. Right. What I do need to ask you, sir, is how come the property's now vacant upstairs? What happened?
They're gone.
They went out, what, of their own accord, or did someone have a word? Or?
they were very happy and they were living for
They
their
said they were
work.
happy living there.
They run away.
Do you know where they've gone now, those two people?
Back to India, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Even though Mr. Ravi says he doesn't let anyone live here, as the landlord, he's still responsible for anyone who does.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, regardless how they've got there, it unfortunately comes back to you.
Frustratingly, with the Patels gone, there's not much more the housing officers can do, for now.
Take care, sir.
Their inspection may be over, but Andrew and Nusrat are determined to keep a close eye on the property.
He probably thinks he's got rid of us now, but I'm going to keep checking this place.
In Doncaster, Tracy 6 is hoping today she'll get her rental property back. Her tenant hasn't been seen for months, so 7 days ago, she and Paul Champlina taped up a notice of abandonment to the house's front door. Now she's on her way there to find out whether he's returned, seen the notice, and going to fight her over it.
It's been a nervous week, waiting for either a telephone call or a neighbour saying that he's appeared at the property.
If he has returned, it could take months to get him out. Time Tracy doesn't have, as she's in danger of having the property repossessed.
Wow, good news to see that this hasn't been touched. It doesn't look like he's been. Nothing's moved since I was in here last. So that's all good news.
For Tracy, the fact that the tenant hasn't returned is a massive relief, because it now means that he's no longer the legal occupant, and she's back in control of her house.
And the back door as well.
Okay, I'll start on the back door, yeah?
Okay.
To stop her tenant returning, she asks a locksmith to change every lock.
Well, it's quite a moment really to think I'm getting my own property back again. It's a shame it's taken so long, but thank goodness it's happening today, and hopefully we can draw a line under it and move forward.
Lock's changed, hold on.
Brilliant.
Over a week later, there's another development. Tracy's bank has thrown her a lifeline. They won't repossess the rental property if she sells it within 12 weeks. It's welcome news, but still a huge disappointment because the house used to be owned by Tracy's mother.
This is extremely hard because this is going to be the end of what used to be a special time with my mum. I bought her the house, did the garden for her. We had some really wonderful memories here, and to see it like this now is heartbreaking. This man has just ruined everything. He's done this to me and to my family, and he's made my life extremely hard. The financial implications are unbelievable. It's not just not paying a mortgage, it impinges on every single part of your life. I've had days when I've cried, I've had days when friends have had to help me through it, and you know, you just hope that this nightmare comes to an end one day, and that's what I'm hoping for now.
To end her nightmare, Tracy must now try and sell the property before the bank repossesses it and she loses everything. In Ilford, Essex, Donnie Soyono's still battling to regain control of his two-bedroom rental property.
Donnie.
To find out who's living in it, Donnie and eviction specialist Paul Champlina have decided to carry out a full inspection, despite the letting agent's objections.
Carterstone's phoned me saying that they don't want me to come
and do this
inspection today.
Right. Well, you're allowed to because you're a landlord. Something's got to give here. We need to do something because all we're going to do is we're losing more time. You're losing more money.
That's right.
Donnie has discovered someone's trying to sublet rooms in his house through a Romanian website.
OK, let's see if they open the door. Look how many shoes are there. They might have got a brief not to open the door, obviously. Go on, try the keys, because you've made it known there's an appointment.
Nope.
They've changed that.
Completely.
Have they changed it?
Doesn't even fit.
They've changed it. See? Yeah, they've changed your locks, mate. Fortunately, yeah, completely changed your locks. There's a scam going on here, Donnie.
I know.
But they have no idea who's behind the subletting scam.
Something fishy going on.
Then Paul suggests they call Alex, the man who was advertising the flat on the Romanian website.
Have you got the guy, Alex, that's been advertising the rooms? Let me speak to him. Hi, Alex. Yeah, you all right? Can you let us in? We've got an appointment to do a viewing of the property, huh? Who is this? I'm the legal representative for Donnie, the owners, because you've been renting all the rooms out on the Romanian website. Yeah, no, because we've got your number from the Romanian website. You've been renting all the rooms subletting the rooms without the landlord's consent.
The man known as Alex denies having anything to do with the ad.
But your telephone number, you've advertised it. It is. We've seen the advert. We've got the advert on our phone. How's that advert got on there? Can't get on there by itself, can it?
Caught out, Alex changes his story. Now he admits being connected to the property.
No. You don't need a court order to view the property. You don't. I don't. I've been doing this for 25 years, right? Don't tell me what I can and can't do. We've got an inspection. What's that? Yeah, I'm not listening to you because you don't know what you're talking about.
While Paul is talking to Alex, a man walks out of the house.
Hi. Do you live here?
Yeah,
I'm a landlord.
It's coming later, boss.
No, I'm the owner. Sorry. Excuse me.
One sec. There's loads of... You're renting loads of rooms out, Alex. Hello? Hello? He's cut off.
While Donnie tries calling the letting agency Carterstones, a young couple wander up. They claim not to live there, but know someone who does.
Who did your brother pay money to?
Carterstone saying these people not paying Carterstone rent.
And then they're subletting all the rooms.
No, he has all the receipts.
We don't know who to believe. You understand? The plot thickens. Thank you. Thanks for your help. Bye-bye.
Who's making money out of the subletting is still a mystery.
You know what? You don't know what to believe.
Personally, I don't believe her. I don't believe one bit. I don't believe Carterstones either. I don't believe anyone.
Paul's had enough. With or without the tenants' names, he decides it's time to go to court and try to get them evicted.
We will arrange for a notice to be served at the property to the occupier, wait for it to run out, issue proceedings, get a hearing date.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
I want my property back.
It's almost a fortnight since Harrow housing officer Andrew Sedman last visited the buildings behind the laundrette. Today, he and his colleague Shital Rajani have decided to make a surprise inspection of another of Mr. Ravi's properties there.
We'll just nip down the side alley. I don't want them seeing us.
According to council records, a 3-bedroom flat above the laundrette is rented out to one family. The team wants to check they're living in safe conditions.
First things first, I don't like this stairwell. It's wooden.
Oof, this is dangerous. Hi, I just want to see how's the property condition. Is okay with you?
The tenant asked Shital to speak with her husband regarding the rental arrangements.
I'm from Harrow Council. I just want to know who's your landlord? Mr. Ravi.
Okay, have we got a tenancy agreement?
No.
No tenancy agreement.
How much rent do you pay? 1,400. Okay.
1,400.
And how do you pay your rent? By cash? Okay.
The flat is meant to house one family, but the high rent makes Shital suspicious.
How many people sharing this property? 5 people. So yourself, your wife, your baby, and other three person. Yes? So there's 6, yeah. So what kind of relationship between you and Tejas? Friends, yeah?
If what the tenant says is correct, the property is an HMO, or a house in multiple occupation, and Mr. Ravi should have licensed it with the council.
Okay, right. I think it's time to call him in for a recorded interview. Basically, we would read him his rights and ask quite a few questions. He can bring a legal representative along. I think that's our next stage with this chap.
A month later, Andrew's still waiting to carry out a formal interview with Mr. Ravi. Appointments are set up. Solicitors come.
I've just heard that they're not coming.
And go. Excuses are given.
Medical certificates.
But there's no sign of Mr. Ravi.
There's no excuse. Time to get heavy.
Harrow Council is now preparing to carry out a full investigation into all of Mr. Ravi's properties.
Donnie.
6 months have passed since Donnie Siono was locked out of his own rental property, and he's now owed almost £10,000 in rent. But in that time, he and Paul Champlina have also been busy building up a strong legal case against the tenants.
There's possible problems.
Yes.
That if they turn up to court and they could defend.
That's what's keeping you awake at nights, yeah.
It's the day of the hearing, and Donnie's just as nervous. This morning, it's essential he wins a possession order and regains control of his property.
It's a big day. It's hopefully it's goes my way and I can close this chapter in my life.
Donnie's fears that the tenants will fight the case are well-founded. An acquaintance of theirs is spotted outside the courthouse. An hour later, the hearing is over.
They didn't turn up, but they had a friend turning up for them.
Contrary to Donnie's claims, the friend tried to prove the tenants had paid their rent.
He bought these, which I would say is very fake rent receipts.
Fortunately, the judge realised the paperwork was a forgery and granted Donnie his possession order.
I was ecstatic. Yeah, obviously I couldn't show it because I had to be calm. Yeah.
3 weeks later, a High Court bailiff comes to enforce the notice and evict Donnie's nightmare tenants.
This is Scott from Court Enforcement Services. This is Donnie, our landlord. All right, let's go and have a knock. Go on, Donnie. Window opened up there, look.
It looks like someone's still in the house.
Just saw someone. There they are, looking out. Move in.
Hello. Leave you alone?
What are you doing here? Are you living here? No, I don't. Why are you here? You taking all your stuff? Huh? How many people are here? Who are they, Donnie?
I don't.
It's weird, let's go upstairs.
I didn't expect that at all.
You went up there, Scott?
Christ,
Are they all gone?
They don't look like they were the subtenants.
Whoever they were, Scott and Paul go upstairs to check they've all left.
No, mate. So,
Better late than never, eh? You want to just sign it?
yeah, so if you just sign for the second, please.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Well, I was expecting people to be in there. I mean, I didn't expect them to run out as quick as they did.
Right, anyway, I'm going to show off, yeah?
Scott, nice seeing you, sir.
Good luck,
Take
mate.
care, mate.
Scott,
Right,
cheers.
Well done. Cheers, Scott. Ta-da, mate. Bye, mate.
Donnie's ordeal is coming to an end, but he's not happy.
I'm very worried that these people were in here.
Even worse, they seem to be watching the property.
So they're all hanging around. Oh, God. They're all waiting down the bottom of the road there.
Yeah, it's really...
It's very suspicious, isn't it? They're loitering, you know, what they're doing.
Paul decides to confront them.
You all right? Yeah. How come you in the house?
They pay £100 to sleep on that bed.
Well, you just stayed there for one night, paid £100. There's a lot of you in there. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
It was party.
Party?
Yeah, that's
all
all.
right.
Even though Donnie's having the locks changed, he's not yet convinced the house is completely safe.
I'm going to stay here tonight and tomorrow.
If they do try and break in or they do anything on any vandals, you've got to call the police straight away and get onto it, you know. Bye, Donnie, all the best.
All right,
take
thanks,
care,
Paul.
bye.
See you.
After an 18-month fight with his letting agents and tenants, Donnie decides he's had enough.
I think I'll only be really happy when I've got rid of the property, when I've sold it. It's got too many bad memories, this house. It's been the worst experience of my life.
It's been 3 months since Tracy 6 regained control of her house and put it on the market. Luckily, she's found a buyer. And with the sale almost complete, Tracy's now focusing her attention on her ex-tenant.
Oh, hello. I'm trying to find the whereabouts of one of your site managers.
She's decided to hunt him down and the £10,500 in rent he still owes her.
Dead end again. So it's back to the drawing board again to try and find out where he might be.
Even though he's proving hard to find, Tracy's adamant that she'll take him to court.
I'm extremely determined to get this money back. I'm not going to stop until I found out where he is There will be a bailiff on his doorstep, so he's not going to get away with it. He definitely isn't.
Today, Tracy's following up on a tip-off. A possible address in a village just outside Doncaster.
We're just going to see if this address is where this man might live now. It would be extremely useful to have his address. It would be the start of being able to get some money back.
Tracy already knows her ex-tenant drives a silver Vauxhall.
And a Vauxhall silver car there. That is a silver Vauxhall there. There's a man in it. It's a good chance that this is him. It really is a good chance that it's him now sat in that car.
Tracy's perseverance pays off.
Hello. I've been trying to locate you. Obviously, there's an awful lot of rent arrears that you do owe me. So what we're going to do about the rent arrears?
Tracy's ex-tenant claims he's heavily in debt and is only just back in work.
You didn't pay rent. You never paid any rent. You were working at the time. So why didn't you pay rent? Because you've put me in an extremely difficult position. I've had to pay a mortgage with no income whatsoever. So you can imagine I'm not happy at all.
He's apologetic, but after making his excuses, decides it's time to make an escape. The man might have sped off, but Tracy now knows where he lives.
This is a very good day. I've got an address now and I can pursue it and take him to court.
With her house about to sell and her tenant located, it looks like Tracy's ordeal may be coming to an end. Next time,
I know you're inside.
housing officers investigate an unlicensed HMO.
It's not safe for you. Look, electrics are all hanging.
A Notting Hill tenant owes her landlord over £20,000.
You haven't paid the rent for 26 months.
She earns good money and she still chooses not to pay her rent. I could absolutely kill him now.
And a couple battle an unscrupulous letting agent for control of their property.
It's clearly escalating and we need help.
This idiot is ruining our fucking life.